Hi, TRAD friends everywhere. Tom Morley coming at you from Chattanooga, Tennessee, where it's time for my 226th play along session. I've got a big playlist of challenging and good tunes from Ireland, all classic favorites. So all the tunes I'm going to play are ones you would hear played at an Irish session anywhere you might be. So this is good for you guys to pick up your instruments, whether you're playing the fiddle or the concertina or the accordion or the mandolin or the flute or the harp, whatever you're going to play with me tonight. I really appreciate it, and we'll have a lot of fun and play some tunes. I do need to say hi to Ann and Ralph. That's great, and Ellen. So if you want to know, my t-shirt size is a large, so anybody who wants to add to my dinosaur t-shirt collection, you go right ahead. Our good friend Julie Zamudio did just that back in on St. Patrick's Day. You guys might remember. All right, it's time for tunes. Let's go ahead and kick the session off with a very fun and simple tune, and then I'll tell you guys a few fun things. We're going to do the Star of the County Down. I've done it in many ways over the years here with the TRAD friends, and I've sung it, I've played guitar, and I've done it in 3/4 time like a waltz and 4/4 time in a rousing pub singing along version. That's what we're going to do right now. We're going to do it just 3 times around as an instrumental, and just a fun way to kick off today's session. What do you say, guys? Are you ready? Let's play the Star of the County Down. 1, 2, 3. There we go. I never get tired of playing that tune. The Star of the County Down. So many ways to be able to do that. And it's a good way to show that even famous songs that get sung all the time can make good instrumental tunes as well. And they can get a crowd going just the same whether you sing the tune or sing the song or not, right? So a good way to start our session with the Star of the County Down. Hey, I want to send out a special thanks to all you TRAD friends who last week donated some money my way, and all of that money I'm bundling up, and I'm going to send a special check to our local PBS station here in Chattanooga, WTCI, and thanks to you and me and Fran, we'll be giving them a check for $200, and so that's something I'm so happy to be able to do at this particular juncture in history. And you might remember that I was particularly excited about being able to see a whole series of new documentaries on dinosaurs, Walking with Dinosaurs last week. It was Dinosaur Week on PBS. So Tom was very happy. And Fran put up with me watching 2 new documentaries each night. We filled up each night with the new Walking with Dinosaur documentaries. Did anybody out there get a chance to see it? I thought that they were well done, and even though I'm not somebody who likes to go out in the scorching heat in the sun and get dirty and do hard work, I watched enough guys there and the documentaries, paleontologists who were digging for dinosaur bones, that boy, it made me think that I might like to do that sometime before it's too late. Also all the stories of the dinosaurs that they showed. If you haven't seen it, I hope you'll, there's many segments that they're showing for free on YouTube. So let me just suggest you go to PBS on YouTube, and you'll be able to see many of the segments of all 6 of those new shows. So yay for the dinosaurs, and yay to you guys for donating a great deal of money and helping me to make a nice special donation, which I will send in honor of the play along sessions and all my trad friends to WTCI, our PBS station here in Chattanooga. All right, guys. So that's my big happy news for the day. All right, time for some tunes, right? Let's do the old favorite, which is a jig in the key of G. A lot of fun bits going through this tune. There's some long notes where you could put some ornaments if you wanted. You can just play it straight. This tune has a particular fun ending. All you people who are reading the music along with me, please pay attention that the first section has a 1 measure first and second ending, but the B section of the tune has a 2 measure first and second ending. So you got to jump on that and be ready to play and jump to those first and second endings when it's time. Okay, I think we ought to get into it here. 3 times around on the old favorite. First time a little on the slow side, and then we'll kick it up a notch or 2 on the second and third times around. Here we go with the old favorite. 1, 2, 1, 2. Favorite's the name of that tune, and it's certainly an old favorite of mine. I know you guys make fun of me for saying every tune is my favorite, but that one really is so much fun to play. And we got other good news here in Chattanooga, and that's that we're going to start a brand new session at one of the local breweries that just reopened in a new location. And we haven't had a session here in Chattanooga for folks like yours truly who can play down the old Irish tunes and play them the way they're supposed to be played. And so we're all excited. This Thursday will be our first official session in a very, very long time here in the Chattanooga area. So, yay. And yes, that is an ankylosaurus right there. Very good, Paula. Some of you folks, I got to remember, have big screens, and you can see every single thing in my office, including reading all the names of the books on my bookshelf too, I guess. Gosh, love all your comments here today. So many comments. I can't even keep up with them though. And Claudia, let's say hi to Claudia, who's home with a sore leg, I guess, but that means she gets to play along with us. So I'm sorry about your leg, but like Fran said, I'm glad you can join in. So thanks for coming and spending some time with me here. Dave is Robinson. There's a session in T-Guard, so that's cool. I know some of you guys go to regular sessions. Wonderful to see all your comments, and it's really fun to check out what you guys are saying. Sandy, love that last tune. Yes, I'm with you there. Such a joyful, happy tune, and I love those. I think that all of the Irish tunes, as you play them, they have kind of emotions or kind of personalities. I think there's very happy ones. There's melancholy tunes. There's tunes that sound very sassy to me, and like somebody being sassy or smart alecky to somebody. That's how they sound to me. So it's fun to listen for the personalities in each of these Irish tunes. They really, really tell a story to me. I love them all. All right. Hey, guys. I think we should do the Earl's Chair next. This is a tune that starts in B minor and then flips to kind of an A and D. It's in a funny, it's got two sharps, so it's kind of in D-ish, but if you don't have a friend, if they're going to play guitar with you who knows the right chords, you're in trouble. It starts with a big fat B minor chord, goes to G. It's also got some triplets in it. Don't forget, my trad friends, that you don't have to play the Irish triplets that I build into these tunes in my exclusive arrangements that I share with you all. You can always play a quarter note. So in a measure like the third measure here in the Earl's Chair, which is, you could also go. But if you want to try the triplet, yes, you can do 1 and cinnamon, 2 and cinnamon. So use the word cinnamon as your cue to how you play the Irish triplet with 2 fast notes, and then you land on a little longer note there. 3 times around on the Earl's Chair, which I heard for the first time on an album by Aughrim many, many, many years ago, decades ago, and really fell in love with it then. They played it in such an exciting way. I just had to learn it. It was one of the earliest reels that I think I learned. Are you ready? Here we go with the Earl's Chair in 4/4 time. 1, 2, here we go. end it on a B minor chord, or else you hook it into another tune and figure out a way to work around that ending. But there we go. That's a very popular, that's a top 10 tune, really, when you look up, what reels are played regularly. And the Earl's Chair is always among them. So we've got another one coming up a little later in the session that'll be a real challenging tune for you as well. Another reel that everybody should know. But before we do that, let's play a slipjig. We haven't played a slipjig in a while. Tune in 9/8 time. This is an Irish tune called Drops of Brandy. And while some slipjigs are kind of sexy and loose, I think last week I played Comb Your Hair and Curl It. And of course there's tunes like the Butterfly, which are made up. So there's 9 beats in every measure, but there's a combination of short ones and long ones, and short, long, short, long. So you've got an interesting mix of rhythms that make some slipjigs very melodic and lyrical, really. But some slipjigs are just pretty much very busy tunes with a brand new note every beat, and that's what the Drops of Brandy is. So instead of a lyrical tune, this one is frantically, constantly played notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 9 bows, 9 notes in every measure, and all but the last measure in the phrase. So that will keep you all busy, won't it? I won't do it too fast. 3 times around on a popular slipjig called the Drops of Brandy. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Challenging, busy, challenging, relentless tune in 9/8 time called the Drops of Brandy. So as you learn the tunes and add them to your repertoire when you're looking at tunes in 9/8 time, the slip jigs, sometimes also called hop jigs, you'll be able to figure it out pretty quickly when you look at it if you look at a written version on the page. If it's kind of loose and has a lot of long notes and the measures don't look too busy, then it'll probably be more lyrical. But if it's black with notes and 9 notes in every measure, well, you're in for a challenging tune to play. But it's a good tune, and you might have noticed, you fiddle players, that I tried to keep my fingers down a lot throughout this tune, especially in the B section where there were a lot of arpeggios, G arpeggios. You can see I don't take my fingers off. See, I left that first finger down, stuck like it was glued down. So you want to use that as a way to make it easier and make it smoother to play. All right, Drops of Brandy. All classic tunes here this time around, including the next one, which I haven't played in a while, called the Battering Ram. This is a 3-part jig. So there's an A section, a B section, and a C section. Each one completely different than the other. It kind of tells 3 little melodic tales as you play this tune. Let's give it a try 2 times around. What do you say, everybody? The Battering Ram in the key of G. 1, 2, here we go. That song, a very exciting tune when played at real high-powered session speeds, and favorites of flute players everywhere. And when I play this tune, I think of my good friend back in Alabama, and Andra, who always looked forward to playing the Battering Ram. All right, 5 great tunes taken right from any session you might play anywhere. So I'm looking forward to actually keeping these under my fingers this time around, and so I can share them with my local friends here as well. Bottom of the hour, and I just want to tell you that please visit my YouTube channel whenever you have a chance. Just check out the videos that I have there on my channel, youtube.com/@TomMorleyFiddle, all one word. And every single Facebook session, play-along session that I've done in 2025 is up there, ready to be checked out at your convenience. Play along with any tune You can go right to each tune, and of course you can also change the tempo. So as I'm playing them here on Facebook, I'm also thinking about how you could, if you thought Tom played it too fast, right then you could actually watch it starting tomorrow on YouTube and slow it down to any speed you want and learn it that way. So there's a lot of nice ways to use the YouTube channel versions of these sessions. And why am I doing them on YouTube? Well, I think we all know at this point that on Sunday night at midnight, every live streaming video that you and me and everybody in the world has ever put up, poof, disappears like a magic act. Yes, indeed. On Facebook, I mean, I don't blame them. As I said in a post yesterday, they must have 200 billion, trillion, million, gazillion minutes of live streaming that we've all done over the years. And that takes up a lot of storage space, probably a storage room the size of, Rhode Island. I don't know. But so they're all going to go away. And of course, that means all the hundreds of live streaming sessions that I've done since March 2020. I'm downloading some of them, and you'll find some of them over the months added to my YouTube channel. So you can kind of revisit some of the big ones, the milestone version, the milestone sessions like my 200th, my 150th, my 175th session when we had the great Mom's Homemade Cookie giveaway. So I will save some good ones and maybe put up one or two that feature dear old Finn, our great cat, who made 129 appearances on our sessions, starting with the very first one, until days before he left us for kitty heaven. So lots of things that'll be missing, but that's the way it goes. Also, these sessions I'm doing, this one I'm doing right now, poof, it's going to go away in 30 days. So from now on, all live sessions are only up for 30 days. Good and bad, however you want to look at it. I don't think any of you trad friends were scrolling back over my page, looking for, I wonder what Tom played in March of 2022. I don't think that was happening. But I got a perverse and silly pleasure knowing that they were all there anyway. All right, that's the end of my story. I will be here next week, don't worry, on the very last day of June, trad friends, June 30th, at the end of the first half of 2025. Very hard to believe, but I've shared so many of those Mondays with you, and I really appreciate all of your attendance. Thanks so very much. Don't forget, you can send me a donation, and I always appreciate it. PayPal.me/IrishTradFiddle, and those donations help keep these tunes coming and these shows going. So I don't think I would be moving into year 6 here otherwise. I think I would be doing something else. All right, we've got 5 more tunes to share. And the first one is a tune I've never shared with you guys before, yet it's one of the top 10 Irish reels, really, of all time. It's called the Salley Gardens. And it's in the key of G. It's a notey, technical, and busy tune. And that's why I've put off sharing some of these tunes that I've put in that kind of category. But I'm going to start sharing them over the next months. And once again, if you find it to be a challenge and you can't play along with me tonight, wait till tomorrow. Revisit this session on YouTube and slow it down as far as you want. Okay? The Salley Gardens does have, even though it's busy, has some little melodic phrases that you'll see over and over again, which will help you to put this tune together. The last 2 measures of every phrase, the measure 7 and 8, are always so. Once you learn that once, you'll be playing that 4 times in the tune each time. It's also in the A section, so you'll even have that phrase in another another place as well. When you do see that phrase, fiddle players, that's a D and then a G. Don't do that. Try and roll your third finger over and grab the G from the D. And you'll be able to play it a lot easier. So also the very first phrase, you're going to do that twice. That happens in the first line and the second line. In the B section of the tune, there's an interesting melody. Then that same melody, only one note higher. Back a note. Ending like the first section. So if you look at the tune and look for the repetitive measures, you'll see that happens quite a bit throughout the tune. And so as I like to say, no tune is made up of constantly random notes going by. No, there's always a form to every tune, and so that might help you do the Salley Gardens a little easier. Let's get into it here. The first time around, extra slow to help you this very first time I ever play it. Then I'm going to play it a little faster each of the next two times. Are you ready? Here we go with the brand new reel, the Salley Gardens. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. That's how it goes. for that real great chestnut, a classic Irish reel called the Salley Gardens. If you don't know it, well, put it on your list as one to woodshed a little bit and learn, because it's a true classic, and it's about time I shared it with you. And I'll be sharing some other more technical, advanced, let's call them, challenging tunes. Let's not overdo how hard they are. They're a little challenging, that's all. Just think of them that way, and look for the way that they all fit together. Look for the jigsaw puzzles, bits from measure to measure, and find out how it isn't really as hard as you thought it was, right? All right, well, we'll be doing that one regularly in the months to come. I'll add that to some other playlists, and we'll have the Salley Gardens. The Battle of Aughrim is next. This is a classic march tune from Ireland, and it's a really wonderful tune after you've been at a session and you've played a lot of jigs and reels and fast tunes. It's nice to break it up with a more stately tune, like a barn dance or a march. So let's do this one 2 times around. It's a real classic. I keep using that word today, but it's the truth. It's a tune in A minor called The Battle of Aughrim. I first heard it on a very old album, one of the very first albums that the Chieftains ever did. Fell in love with it then. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, it is a good tune, very strong, marchy tune, a kind of a mournful melody. Like I said, all these tunes to me tell a story, and you can just see, if you got a great bodhrán player, they're really adding a lot of wonderful beats and making it sound just like you're marching away. So the Battle of Aughrim is the name of that tune, and a classic if there ever was one. Once again, thanks to all of you TRAD friends, so many of you from one end of the country to the other, and on up into Canada. Wow, I just really, really appreciate it. Fran did the viewer roundup. We have folks today from Florida, Maine, Massachusetts, Tennessee, Indiana, Ohio, Oregon, Montana, Alabama, Illinois, Nebraska, Pennsylvania, and Arkansas, plus Nova Scotia and British Columbia. So, wow, what a great cast of characters you all are out there. And love your comments. Katie says that the Battle of Aughrim makes a lovely waltz too. Yes, I can certainly imagine that would work A lot of these tunes are what I call very malleable, kind of like clay. You can move them and change the tempo. You can play them fast. You can play them slow. You can do all kinds of things. And the beauty of the melodies always shines through on these Irish trad tunes. Great insight there, Katie. And Susan is arriving late to the party, but better late than never, as I always say. So Minnesota. So we need to add if we Minnesota, that's for sure. Okay, guys. The Connaughtman's Rambles is next. Like I said, this week it's some classic Irish trad tunes that you should have in your repertoire, under your fingers, whatever instrument you're playing, and be able to maybe kick into these tunes at your favorite session or with your friends. And this one is certainly one of them. So here we go with the Connaughtman's Rambles. 3 times around. 1, 2, 1, 2. Rambles. Whoa, what a good tune. I love a good jig that starts out in major and then flips to minor in the B section, instantaneously changing the feel of the tune. So this Connaughtman, as he rambles, must be happy part of the time, and then maybe it starts raining or he has to walk through some muddy ponds or something to get where he's rambling to. So he goes back and forth between being happy and a little off. So there we go. Another great tune there for you. I've been trying to do a couple 2-tune sets, because at any actual Irish session, it's the most fun when you can hook several tunes together and not just play one and then stop and then one and then stop and then one. You want to put two reels together, 2 jigs, 2 hornpipes, whatever you want to play. They always sound best when you play several of them hooked together in a set. So here's another official set from yours truly. This is a Tom Morley set, 2 tunes that I've enjoyed playing together for many years. It's the Shannon Breeze, also known as Rollin' in the Ryegrass. And then from there I'm going to go right into the Wind That Shakes the Barley without stopping. So I did give it to you with your free sheet music, with your emails this last week. all about on one page. You can look and not have to move and keep flipping paper or flipping your iPad tunes around. You can see both tunes one right after the other. These are single reels in the key of D, so you play them straight through, 16 measures with no repeats within them. And so we have time here. I think I'm going to do each tune 3 times. So get yourself ready for 6 great go-arounds, 3 times on the Shannon Breeze, going right into 3 times around on the Wind That Shakes the Barley. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Set of tunes together, the Shannon Breeze, rolling in the ryegrass, going right into the Wind That Shakes the Barley. Of course, if you think of it as the Shannon Breeze, then you've got a tune about a breeze, and then you've got a tune about wind. Or if you take the other name of the tune, you've got a tune about ryegrass, and you've got a tune about barley. So no matter how you put those two tunes together, whatever you call them, they have a really fun rhyming scheme, you might say. Thanks so much, all of my trad friends out there, for joining me here for the 226th play-along session. I hope you'll remember that you can visit me on YouTube and watch this session again anytime you want, starting about 24 hours from now. And they'll always be there in perpetuity, and even though all my sessions here on Facebook will go poof and disappear. I wouldn't have done any of those sessions that are going to disappear without each and every one of you guys, and thanks from the bottom of my heart for being such great fans and followers, and encouraging me to continually share tunes with you week after week in this special virtual online-y way. Wouldn't have done it. Time for a polka. Let's do a polka for my mom out there in LaPorte, Indiana, the Galway Belle, 3 times around, and then we'll say This was a great session of Irish tunes. Here we go. The Galway Belle. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Session full of great tunes. Thanks for sharing them with me, and you all have a great week. Take care, be kind, do what you can that's good and positive, and I hope to see you all next week. Bye for now.